Manisha, I don't like this that you come and you are on mute. No, hello, nothing. Engagement is what I want, Manisha. Despite my saying,
Sir,
despite my, insistence to be engaged, yesterday I did not notice you taking notes while I was playing the audio. Yes, go ahead. Say what you have to say.
sir, I have started means home tuition. That's why I'm very much tired. I have go to means very far from my house by means. So सर अभी शुरू शुरू में आदत नहीं है, थोड़ी सी आदत हो जाएगी। मैं थोड़े दिनों से जा रही हूँ, दस
English,
पंद्रह
please. English, please. English, please.
दिन मीन्स I will get habituated.
There is a simple word used. Habituated is a big word. You can simply stay with the word used.
Yes, sir. That's why means
Yes or no, the word. सही पकड़े हैं बनना है, सही पकड़े कभी सही कर पाती है क्योंकि सही पकड़े बोलती है।
You are right. सही
तो
पकड़े।
आपको वो वर्ड बोलना है जो
sir, I will be to this.
I will,
I will be used to this.
I will get used to it. I will get used to it. I will get used to it. Simple and easy. These are early days. I'll get used to it. Okay. Um, Kalpana, take a look here. Take a look at this combination here. We did this exercise a few days ago, maybe a week or 2 weeks ago. We had the word difference here and different here. Difference is a noun, it's a thing, and different is an adjective. It describes a noun. Similarly, confidence is a thing, and confident is an adjective. So there are
Difference between.
the difference is a noun. What is the difference? How are they different?
Good evening, sir.
We are, hello, Yasmin ma'am. We are different. We are different. There is a difference. There is a difference between these two words. There is a difference. So as you understand difference and different, one is a noun, the other is an adjective. You will develop that kind of understanding. There are so many such pairs where one word is a noun, the other is an adjective. For example, innocence, innocent, confidence, confident, prudence, prudent, ignorance, ignorant. Hello, Rusana. Hello, Ankit.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
How are you guys doing? I can hear some noise coming. Where is it coming from? Is it coming from your side, Rusana? Let me mute. Yes, Rusana, your mic is noisy today. A little bit, somehow. So, these words sound very similar, Kalpana, but they are totally different. They cannot replace each other in the same sentence. We need to change the arrangement. Tall and taller are two different words, okay? So when I say, I'm taller than you, Kalpana, I can say this with tall, but I have to make a lot of other changes to the sentence. Kalpana, I'm taller than you, right?
Yes, sir.
Now you have to say this, use the word tall, not taller.
I am not tall as like you.
If you had paid closer attention, you would get it right, but you didn't pay enough attention. You didn't practice, Kalpana. You're taking things lightly.
Yes, sir. Nowadays, life is very messy and don't get much time.
It's not about 1 or
I
2 days.
Yes,
Have I ever complained to Rasana? Ask her. That Rasana, you're
no, sir,
not
no,
working
sir.
hard. Ask her.
I'm
Rasana,
not able to
have you
manage.
ever got a complaint from me that you're not working hard enough? Hello, Simran.
I am
Hello,
not
sir.
able to manage work life and classes.
Hold on, Kalpana. I don't want you to say anything in your defense
हम
because
नहीं डिफेंस कर रहे हैं सर, बट मैं
because my
एग्री कर
complaint
रही
is
हूँ मैं.
something else. My complaint is something else, Kalpana. My complaint is something else. My complaint is not about your recent attitude, okay? Rasana, did I ever say to you that you're not working hard? No. You know, guys, I
Okay,
never
okay.
ever complained to Rasana about her hard work. Not even once. On the contrary, I feel so confident that in her face, I can say that she's probably the most sincere learner I have met. Okay. And I'm saying it in her face. Why? Oh my goodness. When I'm explaining an idea, okay, that she wants to understand, she wants to learn, she is like, in Hindi we say, Bhakko Dhyanam, she's fully focused. And then she tries, even if she doesn't understand it 100% in the class, after the class, she tries. And that's the good thing about her. So I would suggest that, Kalpana, ever since you joined the classes, I'm not talking about recently, today, last week, 1 month, I'm not talking about it. I know we Indians are different types of learners. That's the problem with us, especially when it comes to learning English. We only like learning English when we have our teacher in front of us. We don't like looking at the books. We don't like listening to the audio files in our free time. We only like doing the homework because otherwise the teacher would punish, complain, criticize. So we do not act as adults. That's the problem. And an adult will join the class, and on the very first day, if you remember that lady from Iraq, Sarab.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my goodness. First day she attended the class, and next day she sent me her homework in private, even though she did not come to the class. Why? Because I told you, we Indians are different kinds of learners. Okay, we don't do our homework because we realize it is important for our improvement. We do the homework because all our childhood we have been told, if you don't do your homework, you get punished. So we don't want punishment. That's it. We don't care about what are the takeaways from the exercises. Takeaways means the benefits that we can get, takeaways, the important points. So it is not my complaint for today or yesterday. And Manisha, you know different. You are no different. You don't tell me that today you have started a home tuition and you're tired or this and that. Okay, Manisha? I am simply saying you guys don't know how to be learners. And I know my criticism is pretty heavy today, but you have to take what the reality is. You guys need to learn how to learn first, and then learning will start. I find it absolutely shocking that despite a lot of improvement in them, they still do not know how they manage to improve. They still feel clueless about the methods that work. What works? Only two things. Okay, there is one brain inside our head, and that brain does everything, right? So when we speak Hindi, it is that brain that guides us. If we speak English, it is the same brain that will guide us. So we need to train our brain. And tell me, how do you train your brain? By speaking or by listening, by
By
reading?
listening, by
By
listening, by listening and reading.
By listening and reading. These are the two input methods that can train your brain. But those students who have been brainwashed, programmed, conditioned to be spoon-fed, they stop observing while they're reading and listening. So they learn nothing while they're reading and while they're listening. They learn nothing. I have said this many times. You guys don't benefit. Today I made a video. I have shared a conversation, an interview with a female actor, Amrita Singh. The host and the guest, they are talking in fantastic English, very simple and easy English, very comfortable, both of them are. But then people don't really think they can learn from watching that video. That's the problem. How amazingly mistaken they are, confused they are. They don't understand that they can learn while watching that video. They don't understand the importance of exposure. They keep saying environment nahi hai, environment nahi hai. What is the environment? Environment, you mean Bihashri will become England? Or you need to create artificial environment around you by giving yourself opportunities to listen. I get sick and tired. And like I said, it's not just the students. Teachers are very similar too, because they don't go through a training to be teachers. Somebody who has been learning English over a long time, like say 10 years, because they have accumulated a lot of information. So they one day decide, okay, now I can teach as well. Of course, they know more than those who are starting to learn. So they have an advantage, but they don't have the skills. They don't have the, competence. They don't even understand language acquisition, how it works. What will they do?
I am one of them.
Yes, you are. Absolutely. No doubt. Thank you that you acknowledge it at least, because some people have such big ego that they won't even acknowledge it. How languages are, acquired. They don't have idea of that. They don't have an iota of idea of how languages are acquired. Second language. And
Well,
they
that
start teaching tense,
started your
voice, narration,
course.
nonsense.
I have started listening your elementary level course from this week.
Nothing will work unless you develop an idea of how language is learned. First, most basic idea. Then you guys will understand. I learned a little bit of Italian in front of you with Rosanna. You saw me, right? How did I manage to learn whatever I learned? I had somebody who had Italian sentences in front of me, and she explained how those sentences were put together, what rules were at play, and I was training my brain about those rules. And again, I was at a very, very low level. I was a beginner, right? I could not even form two or three sentences back to back in Italian. I understand. But what was the methodology? The methodology was the same. Somebody had to introduce sentences in front of me. I had to look at those sentences, understand the rules, the logic behind those sentences, and train my brain to make similar sentences. Follow the same rules. I don't understand. I didn't complain that I need, to talk to somebody in Italian. The problem is you guys learn some words in English as a child, as children, and then you just think that it is now all fun because you have to put those words together somehow in English sentences. And many times Kalpana is she is feeling low a little bit because she spoke English, but it was more like, just she could not really.
I translate, sir. I know.
You were very busy in your mind translating. I know. That's why you're not able to pay attention to the forms of the verbs. And again, it is always about your individual capabilities. Okay. Some people are a little more talented, sharp-minded, more sharp-minded than other people. And what happens? They do a little better. But remember, don't challenge the methods. You have to train your brain. Everybody agrees on this. And how do you train? By listening, by reading. So do these two things and ask yourself if you're learning anything while you're listening, while you're reading. I have done so many things to bring this idea home, but you guys have such great, I will say, resistance to this idea. I find it remarkable how, strongly you resist this idea that you will not listen, you will not read. You will learn by being spoon-fed. How long will that continue? I have no idea. How long will it continue? The spoon feeding? Sorry. Okay. So yesterday we listened to this audio file 7.9, and I said to you, listen more. I hope you guys paid attention and you listened to the audio file several times. Do you have extra information today about Jane? Can you just talk about Jane, whatever she said, maybe using the words Jane used, maybe using your own words? I don't mind. You have full freedom. So who will speak about Jane? Whatever Jane said, you have to rephrase what she said and speak in your own way. That's it. Jane likes looking at the sunset. You can start this way. Who's going to speak? If you guys came to the class without listening another day, then I will say this is now getting out of control, out of hand. Is there anybody who has done the listening part? Is here to, prepared for the class, for my feedback, for my explanation? No? Complete silence? Simran?
No,
Ankit?
sir.
It's astonishing. Manisha, Kalpana, Sanjeev, Vikas, Zafri?
I listened, sir, but I am not able to explain now. My mind is stopped working.
Yeah. I can understand, Kalpana, because again, we make it an emotional affair, and I'm trying to, remove emotions from this matter. It should be pretty. Yeah, Yasmin ji, can you talk about what she said? Did you listen to the audio? Okay, just to prove, Rosanna,
Yes,
mic is yours.
yes. And Jane, like sunset, and they think they are very beautiful. And she like her family and like hugging he grand wait
Grandchildren.
grandchild. Yes, and because she think family is more important. She has a son who live at home with her, and she tell he cost a lot. She need a lot of money.
Now, thank you. Well done, Rosanna. Well done. And this is what I was saying. It was very easy, very simple. The grammar part, the vocabulary part, nothing. There's no challenge. It's just that what I'm asking you to do is a little bit different from what you guys are used to. Okay. And that is where you have to be flexible and willing, most importantly. You have to be willing. I see a lot of reluctance. I see a lot of resistance. I don't know it is good for you at all. Improvement comes when you guys engage in the activities. Okay. It was simple. Any more information, Rosanna, about where her house is, the hill or something? There was a mention of the hill where she enjoys the sunset from.
Can you repeat, please?
Where she enjoys the sunset from? Which part of her house?
Yes, she live in a house on the hill, um, in front a land she like she through the window.
Yes,
Uh,
the window
yes,
of the living room.
yes, the living room.
Yeah, good. Oh, Yasmin ma'am, please, please, please. No issues. Guys, I'm going to explain 7.9. I'm going to play the audio. Have you got your phone? Yes. And your Bluetooth? Yes. Good. Join us. Join us.
The best things in life are free. Jane.
Oh, I think there are lots of things I like that don't cost anything.
This sentence, uh, can anyone repeat after listening at least?
Jane.
Oh, I think there are lots of things I like that don't cost anything.
Can you repeat now?
Oh, I think there are a lot of things which I like.
Kalpana, Manisha? Where is the link, sir? The link. In
Oh, I
the
think there are a lots of things that
link आपका is
which I
ऐसे
like
links.
that are free.
Yeah, yes, that thing. Oh, there are lots of things I like that don't cost anything. Can you repeat now?
There are lots of things that I like don't cost.
That don't that don't cost that don't cost anything. There are lots of things I like. There are lots of things I like that don't cost anything. Can you
There
understand
are
the grammar of the sentence?
yes, there are lots of things
I like
that I like
this, that
don't
is unnecessary. This, that is unnecessary. I'm not saying it is wrong, it is unnecessary. You can drop this, that. There are lots of things I like. There are lots of things
I don't cost
I
anything.
like which are free that cost no money.
that don't cost anything. Can you repeat?
There are lots of things I like that don't cost anything.
Understand the arrangement, understand the grammar of it. ऐसी कई चीजें हैं जो मुझे पसंद हैं, जो कि फ्री है, जिसपे कुछ लगता नहीं है, जिसके लिए मुझे पैसे नहीं देने पड़ते. रिपीट.
In Hindi, sir,
ना, हिंदी क्यों रिपीट करेंगे, इंग्लिश रिपीट करिए.
there are lots of things I like that don't cost anything. that is free.
ऐसी कई लड़कियां हैं जिनको मैं पसंद करता हूँ, बट उनको कभी बताऊंगा नहीं, ऐसा।
There are a lots of girls whom I like
ये whom जो तुमने लिख रखा ना कल्पना, ये तुम्हारी वीकनेस है, ठीक है। यही चीज मैं बता रहा हूँ वहां पे कि वो अननेसेसरी है, दैट जो अभी मनीषा ने बोला और अभी तुमने होम बोला, ये अननेसेसरी है। और तुम होम के बगैर बोल नहीं सकती, तुम्हारी वीकनेस है।
There are lots of girls I like, but I'm not going to tell him about this.
अच्छा चलो ठीक है। ऐसी कई लड़कियां हैं जिनको मैं पसंद करता हूँ, जो नहीं जानती हैं कि मैं उन्हें पसंद करता
there are lots of girl I like that they don't know that
हूँ। दे
I
कहाँ
like.
से आया फिर ये? यही है कल्पना, यही है वीकनेस। इसी पे मेहनत लगती है, बैठ के समय देना पड़ता है, आधे आधे घंटे, एक एक घंटे, तभी आइडियाज क्लियर होते हैं दिमाग में, तो आप ग्रो करते हो। ऐसे आप ये समय नहीं दिए बगैर कैसे चले जाओगे आगे? अगर ये मुश्किल सेंटेंस बोलना है तो, क्योंकि आसान भी है बोलना, मुश्किल भी है बोलना। आप लोगों के लिए मुश्किल है, जिसको आ गया आसान है, तो आप इसको मुश्किल से आसान बनाने के लिए टाइम दोगे, तभी आसान हो जाएगा। सिमरन, गिव इट अ ट्राई। विकास, गिव इट अ ट्राई। ऐसी कई लड़कियां हैं जिनको मैं पसंद करता हूँ, जो नहीं जानती हैं कि मैं उनको पसंद करता
There are lots of girls I like who don't know that I like them.
हूँ। वेरी गुड, वेल डन मनीषा। अदर पीपल, विकास, सिमरन, संजीव, अंकित। There are lots of girls I like that don't know that I like them. There are lots of things I like that don't cost anything.
Let me think. Sunsets.
Let me think. Sunsets.
There's nothing more beautiful. My house.
There is nothing more beautiful. Now, this more beautiful is a comparative adjective. There is nothing more beautiful. Now say it in the superlative form. There is nothing more beautiful.
This is most beautiful
This is the
things.
most beautiful, right?
House is on a hill opposite some fields.
What happened to your common sense, Simran? You have been keeping quiet to such simple sentences.
No, I have been practicing with myself.
But then I
The
asked a
bush.
question, so you were supposed to respond like Manisha did, not practice with yourself
Yes.
only. Teachers also need that confidence in their students, that things are going okay. I gave this analogy in the previous class, maybe, you can't, as a doctor, you can't treat a dead body. Once you realize it is a dead body, you just can't treat it. You can't bring yourself to treat a dead body.
And in the evening, when I look out of the living room window, I see more beautiful. My house is on a hill opposite some fields. And in the evening,
My house is on a hill opposite some fields.
there's nothing more beautiful.
There's nothing more beautiful. So it can be said in superlative as well. If there is nothing more beautiful, it means it is the most beautiful. The sunset is the most beautiful thing to watch.
My house is on a hill
My house is on a hill
opposite some fields.
opposite some fields. My house is
On
on
a
a
hill
hill opposite some fields.
And in the evening, when I look out of the living room window,
And in the evening, when I look out of the living room window, where is the problem? These are easy sentences. When I look out of the window, in the evening, when I look out of the living room window,
I see some.
I look out of the living room window. So maybe you can learn something. Look out of the living room window. Hindi?
Evening.
When I look out of the living room window. Hindi?
मैं जब लिविंग रूम के खिड़कियों से बाहर झांकती हूँ या देखती हूँ.
English?
When I look out living room window.
भूल गई इंग्लिश. इसीलिए कहता हूँ तुम लोग सुन के नहीं सीखते, क्योंकि तुम सुन के ग्रैस्प नहीं कर सकते ना, इसलिए सीखने का तुम्हारे पास अपॉर्चुनिटी थी ये फ्रेज सीखने का, नहीं सीख
The
पाए.
evening, when I look out of the living room
Look out of the out.
Look out of the living room window.
फ्रेज गया दिमाग में? खिड़की से बाहर क्या देख रहे हो?
Outside view,
इंग्लिश
sunset.
इंग्लिश 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 इस सेंटेंस को इंग्लिश में बोलो.
Of the window.
Looking
window,
out the
I see. Evening, when I look out of the living room window, I see some amazing sunsets.
I see some amazing sunsets. I see some amazing sunsets. Repeat the English sentence.
I see some amazing sunset.
कैसे रिपीट करा तुमने? समझदारी नहीं दिखाई रिपीट करते समय, कोई कॉमन सेंस नहीं लगाया, बस बोल दिया शब्द जो तुम्हें.
I see some amazing sunset. I see some amazing sunsets.
पक्का हो गया?
हाँ.
Out of the living room window, I see some amazing sunsets.
Sunsets. अब हिंदी करेगी मनीषा. I see some amazing sunsets.
मैं बहुत सुंदर मीन्स सर हिंदी बहुत मुझे सूर्यास्त से देखती हूँ.
I wouldn't mind if you use sunset as sunset.
सर मैं सनसेट बहुत सुंदर सनसेट देखती हूँ.
Okay. मुझे पता है सबकी क्षमताएं लिमिटेड होती है, जब मैं बोलूंगा तो दिमाग जाएगा वहां पे. Come on सिमरन. I see some amazing sunsets in Hindi.
सुंदर सा सनसेट देखते हैं.
Why did she use some and plural if this is what you had to say? Did you incorporate the use of some and the plural number of sunsets? Did you incorporate that idea in your Hindi? When she said some amazing sunsets, she suggested something in English that it didn't happen once, right? She said, I see some amazing sunsets. She used the plural number. What word or what idea in your Hindi incorporated that plural part? What did that plural part suggest?
Sunset means not only setting the sun. There are lots of things that indicate the sunset, and all of these look beautiful.
Where did you study this? This crap, where did you learn? Is it result of your own imagination? She said, and I'm saying now, yes, Ankit.
मैं रोज बहुत सुंदर सनसेट देखता हूँ.
Well, that's not okay to say rose, because when you say rose, and she did not use any idea in her English which corresponds to your use of rose in Hindi. You guys have this problem. You don't, acknowledge certain things people say in a language, how that idea can be expressed in the other language. When she said, I see some amazing sunsets, the plural form, you could have simply said, मैंने कई बार कई खूबसूरत sunsets के नज़ारे देखे. कई बार. You just needed कई बार. That's all. Nothing more. Because when you say कई बार, it becomes plural or not.
Sir.
But in Hindi, you did not acknowledge that some amazing sunsets. And that's why your mind has a certain limitation. And, I want to unlock that. But you guys have no interest in me helping you unlock those capabilities of yours. You guys are more than happy translating Hindi into English, English into Hindi in a very lousy way. I also translated. Of course I did. But my translation in Hindi took care of almost everything I heard there. I heard, I see some amazing sunsets.
Sir, people can't see the sun, the amazing sunrises gets up late, who get up late.
Yes, Manisha, fine. Remember, you are fine. But now I'm in a very negative frame of mind about you. When you speak like this, like a robot, one word at a time, I feel so annoyed. Is this what we achieve after 15 years? Is this fluency for you? 15 years? 5 years? 6 years? 3 years? One word at a time? Is this how you speak? What are you going to do about it? You want to earn more money? Then please prepare yourself to be there. The way you spoke, you sounded like a robot from the old times. Today's robots speak faster and better. And you did not use the subject-verb combination, what do you call it? Syntax correctly. The singular plural. You couldn't take care of that. Why? Because from the very first day you joined, you have not done anything. You are on a picnic here. When you have the picnic attitude, this is what happens. Even for a picnic, people need to make some preparations before they go on picnic. You guys walk into the class whenever you feel like. Some amazing sunsets. We had the plural number. I was asking you, I was hoping that somebody would notice some amazing sunsets. It means she has seen not just once. She's talking about, she often sees beautiful sunsets. This is what she means. I see some amazing sunsets. It means it's not just once. She often sees sunsets, beautiful sunsets.
And, well,
And this also prepares you, not today maybe, but it prepares you for a very good understanding of singular plural, how uncountable ideas can become countable. Because everybody would agree, sunset is an uncountable idea. Sunset, it's a noun, but it is an uncountable noun, isn't it? Sunset. But then it can be countable as well when you talk about the instances. Each day there is a sunset. It's a beautiful sunset. So you are talking about one occurrence of sunset. So it prepares you, not today, maybe 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line, you will understand this idea as I do today. I never, I will be lying if I say that I always understood these things. It took me time. I developed that understanding along the way. So when will you guys get there? Why have you become stagnant in your improvement?
Friends and family are the most important thing in my life. Friends and family, amazing sunsets. And, friends and family are the most important thing in my life.
Repeat this sentence. And please do not allow my words to offend you, please, okay? I am speaking from the rights of a teacher. A teacher, I think, has the right to express his displeasure, his dissatisfaction when the students are not doing enough. Do not take it personally. Just take it as a student, that as a student, you are not doing enough, and I'm letting you know. And I hope you guys will definitely change it because you want to learn. I know you guys come here because you want to learn. Then please understand what you're doing is not going to help you. You need to change, make some changes to your attitude. Attitude means the way you're doing something. Attitude, okay? So repeat the line. Well, friends and family.
And, friends and family are the most important thing in my life.
Friends and family are the most important thing in my life. Another superlative, the most important thing, the most important thing. Now use comparative. Express the same idea, but use a comparative. Nothing is more important than my friends and family. Use the positive adjective and express nothing is as important as friends and family. Friends and family are the most important thing in my life.
I've just become a grandmother to
I've just become a grandmother
the most gorgeous baby boy.
To the most gorgeous baby boy. I've just become a grandmother to the most gorgeous baby boy. It's another way of saying कि मुझे अभी हाल ही में बहुत प्यारा सा नाती हुआ है या बहुत प्यारा सा पोता हुआ है. I have just become a grandmother to the most gorgeous baby boy.
And I've just become a grandmother to the most gorgeous baby boy.
I've just become a grandmother to the most gorgeous baby boy. I've just become a grandmother. I've just become a grandmother. I've just become present perfect. I have just become a grandmother to the most gorgeous baby boy.
And hugs are free.
And hugs are free. So when you talked about her, you didn't have to repeat all these lines. You could have simply said, she likes hugging her small, grandchildren.
I love hugs with all my grandchildren.
I love hugs with all my grandchildren. Now, I will say, yes, for you, maybe in simple sentences, she likes hugging her grandchildren. But you heard this line. It's a nice line. I love hugs with my grandchildren, with all my grandchildren. And if you listen all my grandchildren, then you will learn all my grandchildren. You will not say my all grandchildren. But if you don't listen to it enough number of times, then of course it will not have the same impact on you. Or if you don't listen to it with the same intensity, with the same focus, then you will keep repeating my all grandchildren, my all grandchildren. But she's not saying my all grandchildren. She's saying all my grandchildren because she's speaking English.
And they're something that money can't buy.
They are something that money can't buy. What does she mean? They are something money can't buy. What is she talking about? I think she's talking about hugs. Hugs are something money can't buy, or maybe she's talking about grandchildren. Her grandchildren are something money can't buy. You can't buy her grandchildren with money, right? They are something money can't buy.
I love hugs with all my grandchildren. And they're something that money can't buy.
They are something that money can't buy. They are something that money can't buy.
But my youngest son still lives at home.
But my youngest son still lives at home.
He certainly isn't free.
He certainly isn't free.
He costs me a lot of money.
He costs me a lot of money. Probably he doesn't pay his bills, his clothes, his food, maybe his internet.
Robin.
So the first person is over. Jane is over. So what does Jane like? There were three things to write in the box here, in the column, in the chart here. What do they love? That's free. So Jane loves hugs from her grandchildren or with her grandchildren. And she also loves sunsets, beautiful sunsets. Why? Okay, beautiful sunsets. Everybody loves beautiful sunsets. You know, they are a beautiful thing to look at. And she lives on a hill opposite some fields, so she has a great opportunity to see beautiful sunsets. People living in the cities don't have that privilege. We can use the word now. Yeah, yesterday we learned that word, so we can use it today. People living in cities don't have that privilege. Now, I'm saying you can, if you are engaged in the activity, if you are really doing it with all your interest, then why can't you say extra things? The only reason why you guys feel so unsure is you come unprepared to the class. That's all. What isn't free? And she mentions her youngest son, who still lives with her, who is not free, of course, because perhaps he doesn't pay his bills. So she says he costs a lot. Now, Robin, what does Robin have to say?
Well, I work in an office.
Well, I work in an office. We don't have to repeat these words when we talk, but we need to understand what they're saying. Well, I work in an office.
In the city.
In the
And for
city.
me, the best thing
And for me, the best thing
is being in the countryside.
is being in the countryside. For me, the best thing is being in the countryside. For me, the best thing is being in the countryside. Now, you see, I saw a grammar teacher explaining this part, being in the countryside. I was watching that video and I read some comments. A couple of students had written, "You are making things very complicated for us." And I agreed totally. You know, just what does he like? Being in the countryside. For me, the best thing is being in the countryside. Okay, if you talk about this course and you talk about the best thing in the course, you'll say the best thing in the course is listening to the audio files. The best thing in the course is listening to the teacher's explanation. The best thing in the course is not having to speak anything in the class. Okay. Well, the best thing is, and okay, after the best thing is, we are expecting a noun, yes or no? After the best thing is, we are expecting a noun. And here we are using listening, speaking, being. It means the fourth form of the verb works as a noun equivalent. It's common sense. The best thing is, after this is, what does your common sense tell you? What do you need after it? You need a noun, an adjective, a preposition, or a verb. What do you want? Everybody tell me. My sentence is a very simple sentence. The best thing is. After the best thing is, in this sentence, forget about everything else. There are three words. The best thing is, dot, 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 dot. Here, you need to write a noun, a verb, an adjective. What do you need to write? A noun, Ankit says. The best thing is the house. The best thing is the biryani. The best thing is her eyes. The best thing is anything, any noun, right? But here, instead of a noun, we are using a verb. Then in which form are we using it? The best thing is being on the beach. Being on the beach. Now notice being. It is a noun equivalent. Does your common sense work? And say yes if you understand what I'm explaining. That this being on the beach, this being is a noun equivalent. Being on the beach. Being on the beach is a noun equivalent. What is the best thing? The best thing is being on the beach. When you start thinking logically, okay, about a sentence, say a certain part of the sentence and ask yourself, what can come next logically? Let's use an adjective, just an adjective. The best thing is tall. What does it mean? Nothing. The best thing is honest. What does it mean? Nothing. The best thing is honesty.
Is honesty.
Right? The best thing is the cleanliness of the city. So you need a noun. Your mind will say, your mind will tell you, because you have a language, everybody speaks a language, not English, but everybody speaks a language. And that language sense will guide you to tell you, to say that a noun should follow. The best thing is, da, 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 da. If you know what a noun is a thing. And here the sentence we heard, the best thing is being on the beach. So now your mind should acknowledge, being on the beach is equal to a noun, isn't it? Because we were expecting a noun here. Does it work? My explanation here. Is it cutting some ice with you? Is it making sense, Vikas, Manisha? Manisha, are you upset?
No, sir. Why?
Because I criticized you.
No, sir, but I am thinking about my studies that from next day I will study. I am not taking it means like
I
means
have full confidence in you guys, but still,
पूरा
because you are all now.
जब आप डांट एक दिन आपने बोला कि आपका स्केल वही है तो उसके बाद 2-3 दिन खूब पढ़ाई करी फिर आपका डांट कम पड़ गया फिर पढ़ाई कम हो गई
भाई ऐसे कैसे चलेगा? कितना अच्छा लगता है मेरे, इट्स नॉट ना बच्चों को डांटना कि मूड खराब ना हो. When I shout at my small children, it doesn't turn my mood off. I know they need a little bit of it. But when I criticize you guys, actually it impacts my sense of happiness. I don't feel very happy inside when I get annoyed with you guys, when I feel that you're
but
not doing enough.
I was just thinking that from next day I will study means I will work hard. I am not thinking that why you
Of
scold.
course, of course.
I am upset, sir, from myself, not you.
Okay, from no, with.
With myself. Not
हिंदी में वो से फ्रॉम ज्यादा साउंड कर रहा ना नेचुरल, तो मैं खुद से
यस
नाराज
सर,
हूँ.
मैं वैसे ही करती हूँ. मैंने ये आज तक रिकॉग्नाइज किया ही नहीं था कि मैं गलत बोल रही हूँ. आज आपने करवाया.
I don't know whether I did the right thing or wrong thing by busting your bubble.
That is why I am upset with me.
We have the recording. You can listen to yourself
No,
and
sir, I don't
notice.
have courage to listen that recording.
So you're making it a very emotional matter, Kalpana. You can't be so emotional about your learning. It's normal to make mistakes when you are learning a language.
Emotions triggered me, sir, so I have to be emotional.
You are emotionally driven.
It triggered me to do something.
Okay. All right. Well, you will find me with you at every step of your language learning journey. And
Yeah, thank you.
Let's continue.
I don't mind what the weather is like.
I don't mind what the weather is like. I don't mind what the weather is like. Okay. I don't mind what the weather is like. It doesn't matter what the weather is like. I'll go out for a walk, irrespective of the weather. Good, bad, hot, cold, warm, sunny, doesn't matter. Windy. I don't mind what the weather is like.
I work in an office in the city, and for me, the best thing is being in the countryside. I don't mind what the weather is like.
I don't mind what the weather is like. So, I don't mind. This is a good expression. I know you all know it, but the problem is your idea of knowing and my idea of knowing is different. I say knowing means what? Knowing means trying and learn new uses. I know you guys use I don't mind. Sometimes somebody says, can I sit next to you? I don't mind. Okay, fine. I know this is the most common way we Indians use I don't mind. Can I open the window? I don't mind. Okay, but I'm talking about I love chicken. I don't mind whether it is over spicy or half cooked. I just love chicken. See, I just love chicken. I don't mind whether it is over spicy or half cooked. I just love it.
Even not cook, sir?
I knew you had to say that. No, no. Okay. So what did I try to say with I don't mind? I don't mind I used there to suggest that certain conditions didn't matter. Absolute. It didn't matter whether whether it doesn't matter whether the chicken is over spicy or half cooked. I just love chicken. Like, okay, in my family, a lot of people like chicken. Okay. But sometimes when the taste is not good, I say, I'm not enjoying it. I don't want to eat it. Okay. But my sister's daughter, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to her whether it is half cooked, it is tasty, not tasty. As long as it is chicken, she'll eat it. And she'll feel very happy about it too. So she doesn't mind how it is cooked. Very well, not very well. It doesn't matter. She doesn't mind. So this guy doesn't mind what the weather is like.
Even if it's rainy and windy.
Even if it's rainy and windy. Now, how good use of even if. So if you want to appreciate this flow, you don't listen to this audio file. What do you want? From where will you get such fluid, audio files at your level? Even if it is windy, even if it is cold and windy, I don't mind what the weather is like, even if it's cold and windy. She just loves going to the countryside.
It's great to be outside.
It's great to be outside. She loves being outside in the countryside. Because he lives in a city. So he's very fed up with the city environment, living among the concrete jungle. Yes, you guys?
You said she.
Oh, did I? Oh, okay. Two times. She. Okay.
Nature.
Really? I have to go back to listen to it.
Okay. You will.
I said she.
Yeah. You said sure. You said
I said she.
I like to be on my own. Best thing is being.
Are you sure that I didn't say she when I was talking about my sister's daughter? I was talking about him and I said she. Okay. I'll just listen. Yeah.
Maybe he was thinking of
in the countryside.
Yeah.
And for me, the best thing is being in the countryside. I don't mind what the weather is like, even if it's rainy and windy. It's great to be outside in nature.
To be outside in nature. It's great to be outside in nature. It's great to be outside. It's great to be outside in nature. It's great to be outside. Today in the morning, I was teaching this structure to Noelia. We use adjectives in English, and after adjectives, we often use 2 plus V1. We often use 2 plus V1. It's great to be outside. It's awful to be a girl. I'm sorry, I don't mean it any wrong way. Okay, just this is just example. Okay, it's wonderful to be a girl, to just compensate. Okay, all right, fine. So you see, we have adjectives, and adjectives are often followed by 2 plus V1. All sorts of adjectives. It's futile to talk to him. It's futile to talk to him. There is no benefit. It's useless to watch this film. So there are lots of adjectives in English where we use 2 plus V1 after them, and they are used in so many ways. Keep your eyes open. Keep listening. I can teach them as a grammar rule, but I know the limitation of those lessons, how little they can impact your speaking and listening. Okay. So I don't teach them as rules. I'm simply saying there are lots of times you will see adjectives followed by being followed by 2 plus V1. Okay. Adjectives plus 2 plus V1. Just this is the idea. Okay. Any adjectives, all sorts of adjectives, but not descriptive adjectives like beautiful and big. Come on. Okay. Usually, what are these adjectives? These adjectives express opinions. These adjectives express feelings, not description like it is big. Big is an adjective, beautiful is an adjective. Now, what will you say? It is beautiful. Beautiful in a different way. It is big to do what? Nothing. It doesn't make any sense. But think of adjective like great.
It is great to do.
Yeah. Think of the adjective awful. Think of the adjective impossible. It's impossible to do this exercise in 10 minutes. Okay. So there are lots of adjectives which can be followed by 2 plus V1, not descriptive adjectives. Descriptive adjectives means those which describe the appearance of something. I'm not talking about those adjectives. It's easy to learn to speak English. Okay. He is sure to come. He is sure to come. It means I am confident that he will come. He is sure to come. It means I'm confident that he will come. Now, guys, this is a sentence that you will not understand very easily. Please pay attention. He is sure to come. It means I am confident that he will come. Okay. He's sure to die. He is. It means I'm confident that he will die. Okay.
It's rainy and windy. It's great to be outside in nature.
It's great to be outside in nature. It's great to be outside in nature.
I like to be on my own.
I like to be on my own. I like to be on my own. I like to be on my own. On my own. On my own.
When I go walking, it's a great time to think. I like to be on my own when I go walking.
When I go walking, I like to be on my own when I go walking. Some people go walking with a partner, with a friend or somebody. But this person, he likes to be on his own when he goes walking. I like to be on my own when I go walking. He's saying it is a good idea to be alone when he goes walking. He doesn't like having company, okay? Because he thinks that it is a good time, great time to think.
It's a great time to think.
It's a great time to think. Again, great time to think. And adjective with a noun. And then 2 plus V1. It's a great time to think. It's a wonderful thing to do. It's a wonderful thing to do.
Awful to eat.
It's an easy thing to cook. It's an easy dish to cook. So it's not just an adjective. Sometimes you can have an adjective and a noun plus 2 plus V1. Now listen, she's an easy girl to trap. She's an easy girl to trap. It means people can trap that girl easily. She's an easy girl to trap. This is an easy question to answer. This is an easy question to answer. I don't know. I always have this energy and this is how I teach. But the problem is I feel that I don't have students who are as passionate as I am about their learning, because I don't see you guys taking 3 or 4 of my example sentences and writing 5, 6 more from your side. I don't see that. You guys do it occasionally. I do it every day. So my expectations keep growing that I'm teaching this much. And what are you supposed to do after this? Go home and just forget that you were in a language class? This is what you have been doing for all this time. Majority of the time, you have been you leave the class and you forget that you were ever part of a language class. You come back the next day without having done your homework, without having listened to the audio files, and you think you will improve? What will help you improve? You're not Rajendra Prasad. You're not that quick as a learner. Acknowledge your limitations. It doesn't make you small. It makes you sensible. It's a sensible thing to do. Apologize. It is a sensible thing to do. So not always only adjectives. Adjective plus noun plus to plus V1 is also very much possible. Okay. Sensible thing to do. It's not a nice dress to wear to a birthday party. It's not a nice dress to wear to a birthday party. See, English becomes easy when you follow English patterns. A guy said, I'm nothing in front of you. हिंदी तो सबको समझ आ गई. Rosanna, a guy said, I am nothing in front of you. Do you know what he meant? Can you understand what his intentions were, what he wanted to say, Rosanna? The guy said, I am nothing in front of you. If Simran says to you, Rosanna, Simran, say this line to her in English. I'm nothing in front of you.
Can you repeat, sir?
I'm nothing in front of you. What's the big deal?
Okay, yeah. Rosanna, I am nothing. What was that? Nothing
in front of you.
in front of, yeah. I am nothing in front of you.
Did you understand what she wanted to say? What her intentions were, Sana? Did you get the message?
सर मैं आपके सामने कुछ भी नहीं हूँ.
वो तो तुम्हारी हिंदी ने तुम्हें हेल्प कराना. अरे कल्पना, कब समझोगी यही बात? इसलिए मैंने रोसाना से बुलवाया वो बात कि रोसाना को बोलो. वो समझती है क्योंकि उनको हिंदी नहीं आती. देखो समझती है कि नहीं. Rosanna, do you remember? Do you understand what Simran said to you? Kalpana, say this to Rosanna.
Rosanna, I am nothing in front of you.
Rosanna, we are nothing in front of you. Do you know what we are trying to say? No. Do you understand our intentions? We are saying something. And those people who say this line in English, Indian people, they actually have an idea in their mind, okay? When they say this line, I'm nothing in front of you. Now, what do you understand from this sentence, Rosanna?
I don't know.
You don't know. This is what the problem is. You guys, Hindi speakers, speak English to each other, Hindi sentences into English. You understand each other, of course, because you translate it back into Hindi, basically. But when you say this sentence to an American, to a Chinese, to a German, what will they understand from this sentence? I'm nothing in front of you. When I highlighted that guy's problems, I told you about a guy who called me. I was not very happy. Honestly, I was not very pleased to get that call because I'm not very, happy with this, what's going on.
Did you share recording, sir?
I didn't because I don't know how to do it. I'll have to.
Yesterday you said I will share, but
I don't know how to do it actually. That's why. But okay, Krisana, what they wanted to say was they are not as good as you are. Okay, when somebody says, I'm nothing in front of you, they mean to say they're not as good as you are, they're not as competent as you are, they're not as skilled as you are, they're not as smart as you are, they're not as rich as you are. They are saying that they cannot be compared to you because you are much, much better than them. So that's what it meant. So what about these sentences that I said to Rosanna? Are these not English sentences? But no, people will not use these because these are English sentences. They will say, I'm nothing in front of you. Because Hindi में यही बोलते हैं, हम आपके सामने कुछ नहीं है. कर लो, अपने आप को मुगालते में रख लो. एहसास करना कि ये इंग्लिश नहीं है, बड़ी बहुत मेहनत लगती है. खाली एहसास करने में. अभी कल्पना को अब जाके एहसास हुआ. कल्पना, तुम्हें लगा ही नहीं था कि वो इंग्लिश नहीं है, राइट कल्पना? कल्पना,
मैं क्या बोलूं सर?
आप तो हिंदी समझ गई थी फटाक से ना. I'm nothing in front of you. अब तो खुश भी महसूस करी थी कि आप हिंदी समझ गए थे सेंटेंस की.
मैंने ध्यान नहीं दिया कि रुसाना इंडियन नहीं है,
अच्छा, ये
क्योंकि
बात
आप
नहीं, ये ठीक है कि आपने ध्यान नहीं दिया कि रसाना इंडियन नहीं है। ये बात भी काफी कुछ बताती है कि आप इतने दिन से क्लास अटेंड कर रही हैं और आपको एहसास नहीं हुआ कि रसाना इंडियन नहीं है।
नहीं सर, मुझे ये एहसास है सर, बट बाय नेम मुझे आपका पिक सिर्फ दिख रहा है इस पे, तो मैंने
आज की
देखा
बात
कि
नहीं कर रहा हूँ कल्पना, आप आज क्लास में नहीं आई हैं, आप पहले भी जानती हैं रसाना है इस क्लास की मेंबर।
एक्चुअली सर मैं नेम सबको घिच पिच कर देती हूँ किसका क्या नाम है।
तो आप नहीं जानती कि आपके क्लास में एक इटालियन लेडी है
यस सर, आई नो।
और उसका नाम क्या है?
रुसाना।
आपको पता है, फिर भी आपको नहीं पता कि रुसाना इंडिया की नहीं है? क्या बोल
व्हेन
रही हैं
यू
आप
आस्क
क्लियर कर लो, आप क्या बोल रहे हो? मेरे को
when
पल्ले
you
नहीं पड़ा आप
asked
क्या
to
बोल रहे
her,
हो।
when you asked to her that time, I didn't get that you asked to only Rusana. She is not Indian. That's it.
नथिंग मेक
Very
सेंस,
confused.
आप जो कह रही हैं किसी को समझ नहीं आएगा, आपको खाली समझ में आ रहा है हिंदी में इस बार, इंग्लिश में नहीं।
हाँ,
क्योंकि आपको
just
पता है कि
confused.
एक स्टूडेंट है
जब
क्लास।
आपने जब
हाँ,
आपने रुसाना से पूछा क्या था, क्या नाम है इनका,
सिमरन ने क्या कहा?
सिमरन को, सिमरन को बोले इंग्लिश में बोलो रुसाना को।
हम्म।
उस टाइम मुझे ये समझ में नहीं आया कि आपने इंडियन को इटालियन से बुलवाया।
क्यों?
मैं सिर्फ सुनी आपने एक से बुलवाया और एक को बोला, ये बस
क्यों
दैट्स इट।
क्यों नहीं समझ पाई?
आई डोंट नो सर, उस टाइम मेरा याद नहीं रहा कि रुसाना इटालियन है।
रुसाना कैसा नाम लगता है सुनने में आपको?
बहुत दिन से सुन रहे हैं तो यूज टू हो गए हैं सर।
अच्छा, और आपको पता भी है कि वो इटालियन है, फिर भी उसको आप उस समय याद नहीं रहा? फिर मैं कुछ नहीं बोल सकता कल्पना। आप कभी कभी ऐसी बातें बोलती हैं जिसके रिस्पॉन्स में मैं कुछ ना बोलूं तो मेरे लिए बेहतर, आपके लिए बेहतर।
जो
क्योंकि अब
रियल थे वही ना बोलूंगी सर।
वही मैं भी बता रहा हूँ रियल, कि ऐसे बातों के रिस्पॉन्स में कुछ ना बोलूं तो आपके लिए बेहतर, मेरे लिए बेहतर। क्या आप जानती हैं कि अभी मैं कल बोलूं सिमरन तो आप भूल जाए सिमरन कौन। आप बोले सिमरन कोई फिल्म एक्ट्रेस होगी, उसके बारे में आप बात कर रहे हो, ठीक है? तो आप ऐसे कैसे कर सकती हैं आपने?
एक्चुअली सर माई माइंड वाज नॉट हियर रियली
दैट्स अ
सर।
टोटली
मेरा
डिफरेंट
माइंड
मैटर।
वहीं पे अभी तक अटका हुआ है।
इट्स नॉट वेरी हेल्थी कल्पना।
यस आई नो, बट मेरा जब थोड़ा होता है, निकलने में टाइम लगेगा रात
बी
भर।
फ्लेक्सिबल, बी बी फ्लेक्सिबल, बी रिजिलियंट। चलो, बताना ये था। हम लोग इतनी जल्दी ट्रांसलेशन कैसे कर लिया, सारा दिमाग इधर उधर था फिर भी तो कल्पना।
उतना मैं समझती हूँ ना सर, इतना दिन से
ये
हूँ तो।
इंग्लिश नहीं था, यही दिक्कत है, आपको समझने का कोई वैल्यू नहीं था इसका। क्योंकि ये हिंदी को इंग्लिश में बोला गया था। इसको पिडजिन इंग्लिश कहते हैं।
पिजिन इंग्लिश।
एक तरह से कॉन्सेप्ट है कि अपनी भाषा को, जो भी भाषा आप बोलते हो उसके शब्दों को बोल दो। बुलेट्स आर वॉकिंग इन द स्ट्रीट्स, या इन द मार्केट, बाजार में गोलियां चल रही हैं। बुलेट्स आर वॉकिंग इन द स्ट्रीट, इन द मार्केट बोल दिया।
सर हम लोग को ये सब सीखना बड़ा आसान लगता है, बुलेट सर वॉकिंग।
सही है। आगे आगे मैं आपको और चीज इंग्लिश सिखाता हूँ आप सबको। रोजाना फॉर अ फ्यू मिनट्स यू विल नॉट लर्न बिकॉज आई एम टीचिंग देम स्पेशल इंग्लिश। रोजाना, यू नो दिस इंग्लिश ओनली एग्जिस्ट इन इंडिया, पाकिस्तान एंड बांग्लादेश। what is all is, more is, तो करें इंग्लिश। जब एक्सट्रीम होता है तो आप लोग को हंसी आती है, इसी के बीच में आप अटके रहते हैं, समझते ही नहीं। ये एक्सट्रीम है तो आपको हंसी आ रही है ना? लेकिन आप यही कर रहे होते हैं बहुत जगह। आई मीन आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू गेट rid of it completely. I understand because it has been our mother tongue Hindi, so it will influence, but all the time. And that it happens when teachers do it so blatantly, shamelessly, then I feel really bad. But the responsibility is on you to ask the students to get rid of it. And you yourself are struggling so much.
But I suppose I do spend money driving to the countryside.
I suppose I do spend money driving to the countryside.
So If you really want something that's free,
So if you really want something that's free,
then the park is the next best thing.
then the park is the next best thing. Next best thing. Next best thing. It's a good expression in English. Next best. If something is the best and something comes after the best, then you call it the next best. Okay, the next best thing. Listen, communication with native speakers is the best thing you can do to improve your English. The next best thing is listening. Okay, communication with a native speaker, no matter how difficult it is, how boring it is. And I know a lot of Indians will get bored talking to Americans and Australians and British people. Why? For two reasons. One, their English problem, and two, very few common topics to talk about. Okay, so these are the two main reasons. But this is the only way you can improve your English. Otherwise, second best thing is listening. And you don't do that, even after studying for 10 years, and learning so much English, you will have that feeling inside you that I don't feel about what I'm saying all the time.
There's a lovely park near my flat.
There's a lovely park near my flat.
It's got a small lake.
It's got a small lake. There is a lovely park near my flat. It's got a small lake.
And some wonderful trees.
And some wonderful trees.
And I often go there for a quick walk after work.
And I often go there for a quick walk after work. I often go there for a quick walk. Now, go for a walk is the elementary level phrase. Now we have modified that. I often go there for a quick walk after work. It means, does she spend a lot of time? Does he? I did say she, no? Does he? Yeah. Does he spend a lot of time there after work in the park?
No.
How do you know that he doesn't spend a lot of time?
He said that he goes a quick walk.
Goes for a quick walk. It means he goes, he walks a little bit and comes back.
It's the easiest way to put the day's work behind me.
It's the easiest way to put the day's work behind me. Now, this is an English expression. It is the easiest way to put the day's work behind me. Now, if you don't expose yourself to such expressions, how is your mind going to think in English way? It's the easiest way to put the day's work behind me. Everybody, when they finish work, they feel a little tired, don't they? Because of all the experience at work, right? So all those good and bad experiences. So when they come out of the office, they want to do something that can re-energize them, that can make them forget what they experienced at work. So it helps him put his day's work behind him. It's the easiest way to put the day's work behind me. So if you put something behind you, it means now it is not bothering you because you put it behind you. You can use your logic and understand what this phrase means rather than memorize the Hindi. There are so many educators nowadays on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, who I must tell you, a lot of these educators are actually good at speaking English. They understand English. Okay, many of them are living in Canada, America, so of course they know English very well. The problem is that they are making videos, and those videos are useful to certain people for sure, but those who are not at that level, you should always know what doesn't work. You memorize the expression without trying to understand. If you learned something, went and did more research, try to learn more about it, of course it's a good idea. You can benefit from it. But then you watch a video, the teacher in the video teaches some words and it's Hindi and you just memorize it. You don't even try to understand the literal meaning of that word. What happens? You are becoming a parrot. These people, when they're talking about their favorite things that are free, they're using their emotions in it. How will you talk with emotions if you just memorize everything you learn? You need to bring your emotions to your words, and it will not be possible unless you make extra efforts.
Charlotte.
Well, I don't have to pay for much in my life.
Oh, it's 8:30. Well, I hope that the class, you guys yesterday said, how many people were present yesterday? Vikas, Sanjeev, Zafri, you guys were, Manisha, you were all here yesterday, weren't you? Kalpana, I think it was just
Yes, sir.
Ankit who was not here.
Yes,
Simran
sir.
was not here. Simran, you were not here? Okay. Now that you are regular, okay, you are here. I hope you will be here tomorrow as well. Please go home and listen to the audio file several times so that tomorrow when I give the explanation, it actually helps you. Everybody, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, sir. Good night.
Bye-bye. Good night.